Hi everyone, and welcome to Basic Subdivision Modeling in Fusion 360. Now, as a parent who has two girl kids, it's challenging to influence them to CAD. And this tutorial is aimed to entice our young ones to get a hold and start modeling in Fusion 360. To our young ones, this one is for you, and for the professionals who's new to Fusion 360, I hope you'll be able to get something from here. If you appreciate this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Great, let's get started. Let's insert a reference image, but first we're going to grab our offset plane and turning on the visibility of our plane, selecting this plane and moving this arrow. I'm gonna key in 100 and negative 100 to be exact, and hit OK. Next, selecting Insert, Attached Canvas. For the face, selecting our newly created plane and selecting Image, selecting Eve Front, selecting Open. Now make sure that Display Through is checked so that whenever we create our model, the reference image can be seen at the back. So hitting OK, going to front view, turning off the visibility of our origin, and turning off the visibility of plane 1. Going to Canvas folder, right click on Eve Front and select Calibrate. Zooming in, I'd like this one to be 150 millimeters, so left click here and left click here, keying in 150, hitting enter, double click my middle mouse to zoom extents. Now when in sculpt mode in Fusion 360, we are also in subdivision modeling. Now same with 3ds Max and Maya, it is very important that when creating a face, the face should have 4 sides, meaning quads. Now to model the head of Eve, I prefer selecting quad ball. It is because I will be given an initial 4-sided faces. So left click here on our XZ plane, and for the center point, selecting our origin, I'm going to go to front view and drag this arrow to be the size of this head and hit OK. Now to show you the difference between the quad and the sphere, I'm going to create a sphere, selecting our XZ plane and creating our sphere here and hit OK. So notice that our sphere has a triangle. Now we can make this one as a quad by deleting this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. So we now have a quad. I'm going to hit Alt 1 to go to box mode. So here is our quad. So using a quad ball is just my personal preference. So creating a window selection and hitting delete. Going back to home view. Now once more, if I hit Alt 1, we are in box mode. Alt 3 in the smooth mode, and Alt 2 is the combination of smooth and box mode into one. So going back to smooth mode, I'm going to create a window selection. Now make sure that under select, window selection is activated. The shortcut key is 1. And on your selection filters, make sure that select through is selected. And for me, I have all items checked. Now once more, creating a window selection, right click and select edit form, grabbing this arrow up and hitting OK. Now to make sure, I'd like to add symmetry between this axis and this axis. So going to symmetry, hitting the X mark to deselect all items and activating select face. Left click here and left click here, hitting OK. Now if I right click. I can select my previous command, which is repeat mirror internal, and selecting this face and this face. So notice the green lines, hitting OK, and going back to front view. I'm going to create a window selection to select the bottom face, hitting Alt 1, right click and select edit form, dragging this one up, hitting OK. Next, I'm going to right click and select flatten, hitting OK, hitting Alt 3 for smooth mode. Now we still need to drag this one down. So I'm going to select this faces, go to front view, right click, select edit form, and move this one. Hitting OK, and selecting this point, right click, select edit form, dragging this one down, and hitting OK.